All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk. Darren Watts here. On the opposite side via Skype, say hello, Daryl Watts today.
You got it, man. What's going on?
All right. We have special guests for the BS3 sports show, Ben Sudderth the third and Will Walker, host of the Will Walker Show, on our show today to talk about the playoff preview. And we also had a talk with Will Walker about the national championship game on Monday and the college collegiate level. Uh, Daryl, you ready to get this going?
Oh yeah, man. I'm born ready. Let's rock this one.
All right, let's
I'm
do it.
ready. Yeah.
All right, wild card weekend. We'll take a look at some things that you need to know for this wild card weekend. Winners in the wild card round has won the Super Bowl 9 times. At least one Super Bowl participant in the 6 of the past 11 years played a wild card game. And those include the 1980s Oakland, and when they defeated Philadelphia in the Super Bowl 15, 27 to 10. In 97, the Denver Broncos defeated the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 32, 31 to 24. In 2000, the Baltimore Ravens defeated the New York Giants in Super Bowl 35, 34 to 7. In 2005, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 40, 21 to 10. And in 2006, the Indianapolis Colts defeated the Chicago Bears in Super Bowl 41, 29 to 17. In 2007, the New York Giants defeated the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42, 17 to 14. In 2010, the Green Bay Packers defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 45, 31 to 25. And in 2011, the New York Giants again defeated the New England Patriots again in Super Bowl 46, 21 to 17. And in 2012, the Baltimore Ravens defeated the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 47, 34 to 31. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Green Bay Packers, and Oakland Raiders will be be playing on the wildcard weekend. Oakland travels to Houston, of course, at 4:35 p.m. on ESPN and ABC on Saturday in the opening game of the wildcard weekend. On Sunday, Pittsburgh will host Miami at 1:05 p.m. on CBS, while Green Bay will face the New York Giants at Lambeau Field at 4:40 p.m. Eastern on Fox. The Steelers are tied with Dallas Cowboys with 34 for the most postseason wins in NFL history, while the Packers with 32 and the Raiders with 25 ranked third and sixth, respectively, in all-time playoff victories. The New England Patriots, who are number one overall seed in the AFC, has 29 postseason victories, the fifth most all time. And of course, the teams with the most postseason wins in NFL history got the Oakland Raiders. They're 25 and 18. New England Patriots are 29 and 19. San Francisco 49ers are 30 and 20. Green Bay Packers is 32 and 21. Dallas Cowboys is 34 and 26. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are 34 and 23. Green Bay, with a winning percentage of .604, owns the third best winning percentage in postseason history, while Pittsburgh with .596 and Oakland .581 rank 5th and 6th, respectively. And the teams with the highest postseason winning percentage in NFL history, of course, Oakland Raiders with .581, Pittsburgh Steelers with .596, the 49ers with 600 even, Green Bay Packers with .604, and the New England Patriots also with .604, and the Baltimore Ravens with .652. Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers has thrown for at least 300 yards in 4 postseason games in his career. With 300 passing yards against the Giants on Sunday, Rodgers would join Tom Brady with 10, Peyton Manning with 9, Drew Brees with 6, Kurt Warner with 6, and Pro Football Hall of Famers Joe Montana with 6 and Dan Fouts with 5, as the only quarterbacks to have at least 300 passing yards, or passing games in the NFL. 300-yard passing games in NFL history, postseason history. And of course, quarterbacks with 300-yard passing performances in NFL history. Of course, Dan Fouts with 5, Kurt Warner, Joe Montana, Drew Brees with 6, Peyton Manning with 9, and of course, Tom Brady with 10. Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford has thrown for at least 300 passing yards in each of his first 2 career postseason starts. With 300 passing yards Saturday night at Seattle, Stafford would join Fouts as the only quarterbacks with at least 300 passing yards in each of his first 3 postseason games. Fouts recorded 4 consecutive games with 300 passing yards to begin his postseason career. And, of course, Mark Bozier of the St. Louis Rams, Matt Hasselbeck of the Seattle Seahawks, Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions each have 2, and Dan Fouts of the San Diego Chargers have 4. Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson has led the Seahawks to 5 consecutive postseason appearances in his first 5 seasons in the NFL. With the start against the Lions on Saturday night, Wilson would join Joe Flacco in 2008 to 2012 as the only quarterbacks in the Super Bowl era to start a playoff game in each of his first 5 seasons, beginning with his rookie year. With the win over Detroit on Saturday, Russell Wilson, who has 7 career playoff wins through his first 4 seasons, will tie Ben Roethlisberger with 8 for the 3rd most postseason victories by a starting quarterback in his first 5 seasons. Of course, Ben Roethlisberger with 8, Joe Flacco with 9, and Tom Brady also with 9. Lions wide receiver Aquan Bolden has 8 touchdown receptions in his postseason career. With 2 touchdown catches at Seattle on Saturday, Bolden will have moved into a tie for 3rd place in touchdown receptions in NFL postseason history. Of course, Reggie Wayne, Lynn Swann, Steve Smith Sr., Andre Reed, and Rob Gronkowski has 9. Hines Ward, Randy Moss, Antonio Freeman, and Fred, I'm not even going to say the last name, has 10. John Starworth has 12. And Jerry Rice has 22. Several teams may feature a quarterback making his first career playoff start. Among those are Dallas rookie Dak Prescott, Houston's Brock Osweiler, Miami's Matt Moore and Ryan Tannehill, and Oakland's rookie Connor Cook. With the start against Houston on Saturday, Oakland's Connor Cook will become the first quarterback in Super Bowl era to make his first career start in the postseason. And of course, players with the most passing yards in the first career of a postseason start: Neil Lomax with St. Louis in '82, Kurt Warner with St. Louis in '99, Randall Cunningham with the Eagles in '88, Aaron Rodgers with the Packers in 2009, and Kelly Holcomb with the Browns in 2002. The Miami Dolphins overcame a 1-4 start to start the 2016 season to make the playoffs with a 10-6 record. The Dolphins are the 9th team since 1990 to qualify for the postseason after starting the season with a 1-4 record. With the win at Pittsburgh on Sunday, the Dolphins will become the 6th team since 1990 to win a postseason game at the beginning of the season with a 1-4 record. The Kansas City Chiefs accomplished that feat last season, defeated the Houston Texans 30-0 in the wild card round. And of course, teams to qualify in the postseason after beginning with a 1-4 record since 1990. The Oilers in '93, the Packers in 2004, the Texans in 2015, the Chargers in '92, the Titans and the Jets in 2002, the Broncos in 2011, and the Kansas City Chiefs in 2015. That's what you need to know. In the NFL, wildcard weekend is via NFL Communications.
Yeah, that's going to be the most interesting one. AFC, NFC wild cards. Who do you take for the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders game?
I would say I'm gonna have to pick the Texans. I just think I would just think the Raiders are just not gonna be able to get over not having Derek Carr. I mean, he's led this team the whole way. Matt McClown or McClown.
McGlendon.
Glendon.
Yeah.
McCloy, isn't it something like that?
Something like
McCoy, yeah. I just don't see them getting over the hump.
I agree.
I gotta give it. Yeah.
I agree. That's a rough run. I mean, considering that they had the second seed, but when Derek Carr got injured, they got dropped down to the fifth, and they lost the division to Kansas City. So that's a tough break for them. I think their playoff hope of continuing into the division and to the AFC is long done. Daryl, you agree?
You know what? I actually agree with you guys, but in a manner of speaking, but I still believe that the Raiders can pull this game. Houston has not been playing good. Brock Osweiler is going to be starting, and I don't think he's going to perform well under these circumstances because they Raider defense. I just don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to go with Houston. I don't like Brock Osweiler, but I'm going with Houston. So I'm with you, Ben.
Yeah,
I'm with you
I
on
think
that.
they'll have what it takes to win the game.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That being said, with Oakland Texans out the way, Detroit, Seattle, who do you have for that?
Detroit, Seattle. That's going to be a good one. But obviously, playing in Seattle, where they don't lose, just plain and simple, they don't lose games. And they're starting to pick up, which is normally what they do later on in the season. In the playoffs is when they start and getting into their groove. I would have to say Seattle, even without having Earl Thomas and not a good running game. I don't think you can trust the Lions, especially after my Cowboys whooped the bone in the second half of that game.
All right.
Y'all knew it was coming.
Yeah, we sure did. Yes, we did.
You know, but it was funny when they played. What was it? It was like I don't remember what week it was. When the Cowboys and the Giants played, didn't I pick the Cowboys to win that game, or did I pick the Giants to win that game?
I think you picked.
I think I picked the Cowboys to win that game because I had believed that they could get over that hump with the Giants. They hurt my feelings. Them Cowboys, they kind of hurt my feelings. But I'm very impressed with Dallas, though.
But I intentionally had said that that the Giants was going to win that game against the Cowboys and actually eventually sweep them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This is going to be a whole nother atmosphere. So we'll see how that works out.
That's very true. Who you got for Seattle? For the Seattle game, Seattle, Detroit.
I got Seattle. Like I said, I still like Detroit and what they're doing, even though they have made numerous of comebacks throughout the season. But I don't know. It's just like what Ben said. Winning in Seattle, it's just impossible. Seattle's just too good at home. So I got Seattle.
Totally right. I got Seattle. There's no doubt about it. I'm not even going to excuse it. With Miami and Pittsburgh, that's going to be a good matchup because both running backs are on fire. Ben, who do you have for the Pittsburgh-Miami game?
Yeah, you're right. Both of the running backs are on fire, but the Miami's not going to be able to get over Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell. If like one of them was out, they may have a shot, but I don't even see this game being close. I think they're going to figure out with Jay Ajayi what he has. They're going to probably put together a good game plan. Tomlin's going to have these guys ready. I don't see the Steelers losing this game.
Okay. Daryl, who do you have?
Like I said, Jay Ajayi, he is the reason why the Dolphins are in the playoffs. Due thanks to Arian Foster retiring, that's a big deal. And that opened up the ground game for the Dolphins. Matt Moore had played good during that tenor. But I would love to see Miami win, but I can't see them winning. I got Steelers in this one too.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with my big, bold prediction. I believe that Miami is going to actually surprise Pittsburgh just like how they did in Week 6, although they played them in Week 6 and still won that game, although Ben Roethlisberger was injured for a series and then came back and still could not manage Jay Ajayi. I believe that Miami is going to do the reverse of what Ben is saying with Pittsburgh. I believe that Miami is going to put together a big, good game plan for Pittsburgh just simply because they are tired of being the underdogs. I got Miami in this game. I have to go with Miami.
Ooh, okay.
They made it too.
That's a bold prediction.
It's a bold prediction. I'm going with Miami. I'm going with Miami.
I'm gonna have to call you out on Twitter if you're wrong.
I'm sorry. I have to go with Miami on that one. I'm sorry. I just do. I just think that Miami can probably get over that hump. They ain't gonna win by much, but I think it's gonna be Miami. That's just.
We'll see, Darren. We'll see, man. We'll see.
And in the last game, New York and Green Bay. Who do you guys have in that game, Ben?
Man, this is it. This is prime time. They
Yeah.
probably should have put this game on.
NBC.
Yeah, it should have been like headline because
Yeah.
this is the game right here.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is doing exactly what he said. He told everybody to calm down. He's winning the games that he needs to win. I don't trust their running game. I like Ty Montgomery. It's gonna be hard, I think, for the Giants to stop him. I think it's gonna be a close one, but I think the Packers in a close one.
Daryl, that's a good one, Daryl.
Yeah, that's a good one too. You might have to call me out on Twitter on this one too, Ben. But I'm going the opposite, man. I'm going to go with my G-man on this one.
Okay.
The Giants, to me, I'm gonna tell you, the Giants to me has played phenomenal football compared to the first half of the season to the second half of the season. Now, don't get me wrong, Ben, you're absolutely right. The Packers have played phenomenal second half football. Aaron Rodgers have performed better. And even though that he is still not 100% healthy, he has really shown that he can be that man. But the Giants have came to Lambeau Field and played in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood twice already in the playoffs and defeated them probably by 7 points or less. Like I said, it's gonna be a close one, but I got my G-man in this one.
Okay.
Okay. Daryl, I'm going to have to go against you. Ben, I'm with you on this one. I got Green Bay on this one. Mr. Rogers, we are in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, and although like you said, Daryl, Giants, they play a lot better in the second half. But Ben, you are absolutely right. Aaron Rodgers got this thing figured out. Aaron Rodgers said the exact same thing when they won the Super Bowl. Calm down, Packers fans. When they went in the losing streak, they got it together. They won, and they won the Super Bowl. Ben, I'm with you. I got the Packers in this game. I definitely got them in this game. I cannot see the Giants going past them. I'm sorry, I had to go against the G-Man.
Eli Manning and Odell Beckham. They got this. They got this. They can't let me down.
That's going to have to be a whole different ball game if they do go on to face the Dallas Cowboys. I think Dallas is going all the way. You believe me with that, Ben?
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting if the Giants are able to get past the Packers round 3. My boys can't lose round 3.
Oh no!
Yeah, two opportunities to see what they're running with, and that's gonna be a game I think for the ages right there.
Oh yes, it is.
And both games, you got to remember, they didn't win by much. Both games, the Giants.
Right, yeah.
This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I want to see Dakota Prescott get to that Super Bowl. He's a good rookie. Ezekiel Elliott, good rookies, good offensive line. You cannot waste talent like that. Good defense. I am loving this. I'm loving what Dallas is doing. I've never been a fan of Dallas just simply because of Jerry Jones and how he, to me, just kind of, I don't know how can I describe Jerry Jones. It seemed like that he was more worried about money than anything and trying to be a competition with a lot of other things other than the team. But it looked like now that he finally focused on the team to kind of, get them back into the Super Bowl. So I'm very impressed with what Dallas is doing. Jason Garrett, I'm very impressed. And I'm hoping that even if it's Green Bay that go on the face against Dallas, I hope that Dallas beat the snot out of Green Bay. I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan, but I want Dallas to beat the snot out of Green Bay. I really do.
I agree.
I would love to see that. We get redemption on that Dez catch.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot all about that too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is going to be a great playoff weekend. Starting off with the wild card, it's going to go by before we know it. Who do you see as the AFC representative for the Super Bowl, Ben?
I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots. I think they're gonna find a way to get in there. Adding Michael Floyd on the sneak. They just swooped in and got him for pretty much nothing. Now I don't know how it's gonna work as far as if he's gonna be suspended or how they're gonna work all that out. But the way it looks like he's going to be playing. And Tom Brady is on right now. Tom Brady is as good as he's been in his whole career at this age, and I think he's gonna. I think they're gonna make the run. I think they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Daryl, that's very interesting. Yeah,
that's very
New England. That's a
interesting.
very good catch.
Yeah, you got a point. And Ben, I had two choices between the Patriots and the Steelers. And Ben, I'm going to go with you. I am going with the Patriots also. I'm not a big fan of the Patriots, but they have done and been through hell and back when it came to Tom Brady's suspension. They overcame that. So, and that really shows the potential that New England has when it came down to Tom Brady's suspension with the two quarterbacks that started, Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo. So, yeah, and then Tom Brady came back on fire. So, yeah, that's a big deal. I think the Patriots is going to be the representative.
I mean, I agree, but Kansas City just kind of just slipped in there. I don't know what went on with Kansas City because they started out just as bad as anybody. I don't know what happened. Somebody said something to them, and the next thing I know, here they are. They won the AFC West and got the second seed. Between New England and Kansas City, Andy Reid is one phenomenal coach. I couldn't tell you who's going to actually be the AFC representative. Man, that's gonna actually be a tough one because Kansas City's playing good football too. I'm just gonna have to go with the Patriots. I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots.
And to your point with Kansas City, they did sneak in. Tyreek Hill, without having Jamal Charles too. I mean, they've been sneaky. The defense. They're going to run into whatever team they end up playing. They're going to run into what does Alex Smith really have? When the game's on the line, you need him to make a throw. Is he going to be able to do it? And that's what's kind of plagued Alex Smith for his whole career. But we'll see. It's all up in the air.
It's all up in the air, and I agree that it's all up in the air. I'm not. Man, that's gonna get me because the AFC is going to be hard. The NFC is not as hard as we all make it to be, but I'm wanting to have I really want Kansas City in. I'm kind of tired of New England.
We need something new. I agree with that there. We need something.
Yeah. Oops, what am I doing? I'm sorry about that. I want something new. I'm kind of tired of New England, and I'm hoping that instead of it being New England, I'm really hoping that it's Kansas City, but I just think New England got it. They had the same organization for years, pretty much almost the same players for years, same playbook, no coaching changes like that. The chemistry is just all there. So I really want Kansas City, but I think New England's going to make it. Don't want it to, considering that we are AFC rivals to New England for, the AFC used to be the AFC West. Oh, sorry, AFC East. Excuse me, AFC East. I'm hoping that Kansas City make it.
You'll be okay, man. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You never know. You never know what happens in the NFL. A lot of things can shock us. So you never know what could happen. So this is going to be a very interesting, especially with the close games that we're going to have throughout the whole entire season. So, yeah, you never know what happens. Surprises, underdogs. Keep that in mind.
Who would be your second choice, Ben, for the AFC if it wasn't New England?
My second choice is actually the Steelers. I mean, I'll because they're healthy. I can't really remember the last time Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell were all healthy going into the playoffs. Most of their defense is healthy for the most part, as far as I know. And this could be their year to make it to the Super Bowl. Le'Veon Bell, man, I was ragging on him because he got suspended, but I mean he's almost, I think he's top 5 in rushing yards, and he was suspended for the first 3 games. So they're like a full head of steam right now, and I'm thinking if it's not the Patriots, it's got to be the Steelers. I don't see why it wouldn't be them.
Would you think that if Pittsburgh did make it to the Super Bowl with Dallas, do you believe that Pittsburgh would get over that hump, considering that, man, that week that they played against each other, which was one hell of a game? Do you believe that Pittsburgh would get over Dallas? Do you believe that Dallas would get their revenge from the regular season?
I think Dallas will get it. I mean, this team is so like laser focused. I mean, Jason Garrett's like generic and boring personality is rubbing off on them, and it's working. And they play so well together. They have fun. I mean, I've been in Dallas for 10 years. You know, I've watched football pretty much my whole life, but this is probably in the past 10 years is probably the most cohesive the team has been. And I think this is their year, and I think Dak is going to be the first rookie quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm with you. And to prove your point about Dallas, with Dakota Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, he has just been a monster. It's like trying to tackle a semi-truck with him. He just do not make any sense on the way that he's been running this football. And he was almost broke that record for all-time rushing.
Yeah, rookie Eric Dickerson's record. Yeah,
yeah, he was almost there.
Yeah, 178 yards if he would have got that in the last game. Yeah.
But they wanted to rest him, so in playoffs it's important more than that record, right?
Right, yeah. If you get a Super Bowl, that record don't matter.
That Tony Romo, played a couple snaps. Was you impressed with that? Do you rather for him to start over Dakota Prescott?
No, I'm full steam. I'm full steam with Dak. I do think that can work out in the Cowboys' favor if Romo does not want to stay, because that was a small sample size. But what you've seen from him, teams would probably trade for him going into the offseason. And it was smart on the Cowboys' part, I think, because if you would have left him in there longer, who knows what would have happened? He could have got injured. He could have threw like 3 picks in a row. I mean, who knows? So it worked into the advantage of both Romo and the Cowboys. But I think I'm riding Dak, and I think he's got what it takes.
I'm with you.
Where would you like to see Tony Romo go if it ain't for Dallas?
Oh, man, I've been thinking about that pretty much all season. I think Denver. I mean, they're probably the closest.
Yeah.
They're probably the closest.
I didn't think about that, man.
I didn't think about Denver.
They're the closest. They're the closest to making it. Yeah.
I
got you.
I had seen Jets, Browns, all of them. I seen all the less fortunate teams, not Denver. I didn't see Denver, man. I didn't see Denver.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. I like that one.
Because if you look at that defense that Denver has, it's still pretty much the same. You subtract a couple of players they lost in the offseason, but that would be a team probably the closest of the teams he could go to that have a chance to win now. Going to the Browns or going to the Jets or the Bills or wherever, I mean, if I was him, I would probably turn that down, because why would you do that? You might as well stay where you are.
That's true. You don't see potential of Trevor Siemian with the Denver Broncos?
Yeah, I think for some reason I just think John Elway likes old quarterbacks, old experienced quarterbacks. He just has a thing for them. He has a thing in his heart for older quarterbacks.
Well, so, I mean, considering that he was, in the ending towards of his career when he won 2 Super Bowls.
Right, exactly.
So
exactly.
He might have more of confidence towards older quarterbacks than younger. I mean, to me, that kind of seemed almost biased to me. It's like, wow, you just disregard young quarterbacks. You can use your knowledge to help them teach in the NFL, but he chooses older quarterback. They can almost get injured as quickly as a younger quarterback. That just kind of just
Derek Carr.
True.
There's your proof. Derek Carr. There's your proof.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that out there.
Well, Ben, that's Ben Shubbert. Just pronounce your last name.
It's Sudderth. So
Sudderth.
if you say If you say Sud and Earth and say it together fast, that's the way to break it down.
Sure. Oh, okay. Okay. I looked at your name and I'm like,
Like,
what's that? I Googled everything. Googled it. I practiced. I rehearsed. And still came up short.
Man, appreciate that. Appreciate all that work, man. Appreciate that.
I tried. I really tried. I tried everything to make sure I pronounced that right. Ben, thank you for taking time with us, man. Thank you for taking time with us.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, man.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. I love talking sports. So man, any sport you can think of except golf and tennis, I can probably talk.
Yes.
That is absolutely right.
Yeah, I'm not a tennis.
I'm with
a golf. I'm like, golf is just
I'm
crazy about baseball, football, basketball. Well, I'm not too very familiarized with soccer. I think you are. You familiar with soccer? You like soccer, don't you?
Yeah. I cover FC Dallas, and I've just got into it this year, but I'm kind of soaking it up and learning more every day. So
that's good.
Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
That's awesome.
That's an awesome. I'm sure that's a very awesome and fun experience for you, doing that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, Will Walker.
Well, look who decided to join us.
The host of the Will Walker Show. Will, can you hear us? Try to be quick. This mic on mute.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Mike's on.
Yeah, his mic's on mute. I don't know if he's gonna. I was in between trying to write him and actually trying to talk at the same time. It was kind of hard to do.
Yeah, multitasking.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, if you don't want to, hang around, you don't have to hang around for us. I know you're a very busy man. I greatly appreciate your time, man. It's awesome if you don't, if you really have to, excuse yourself to do other things.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm just taking 30 minutes for. Normally I take an hour, but I gotta take a short one today. But yeah, anytime you want me back on, just let me know. Appreciate it.
Sir. Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Thank you much again.
All right, take care.
All right, take care, man.
All
right, we're just waiting on the appearance of Mr. Will Walker. Yeah, apparently he got his mic on mute, so just seeing what's going on.
That's not even a game. I think that's the early game on Saturday, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's the very first game in the playoffs. Yes.
Osweiler stinks. Connor Cook is making his first start, right?
Winner! Winner!
Yeah. So basically, this is a game as if you're a diehard football fan, you will sit down and watch. Other than that, there's really not much interest in this. Oakland should win this game, even with Cook at quarterback.
Wow. Ben said.
So eliminating Derek Carr and him getting hurt, you still believe that Oakland can actually pull this off?
Yeah, because Houston stinks. Houston doesn't have an offense. I mean, and Osweiler is the quarterback. I mean, Osweiler has proven all season that he stinks. He's not good. They brought Tom Savage in, and that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah,
he's just not good.
Yeah, so I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing else to discuss about that game. I mean, Houston is basically the product of a weak division. I mean, Jacksonville stinks. Indianapolis, sorry guys, but you guys are not very good either.
We with you.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, they stink, and Tennessee stinks. So
Yeah.
basically, you have 4 teams. Houston is the cream of the trash, if that is such a thing. So, and Oakland is a team that's won 12 ball games, and they're just missing their starting quarterback, but their defense is legit. Khalil Mack is definitely in the running for defensive MVP. They
Yes,
got the CNC boys, yeah, and they got
yes.
Crabtree and Cooper. So
Cool.
all
Okay.
Cook got to do is just not mess up,
That's true.
That's it.
just not mess
That's
up.
true.
So
Okay.
they should have that ball game.
Connor Cook has played good. With his NFL debut, he played pretty good. And Tom Savage, when he packed up, he did good too. So yes, I'm with you there. I also got them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Detroit and Seahawks.
Next game.
Who you got?
Oh my gosh, we don't know what Seahawks team is going to show up. That's the thing about it. The Seahawks are one of those teams that's been an enigma all season long. It's been rough trying to figure these guys out. Some games they play well, and then they struggle against Arizona. It's a tough game. Detroit and the Dolphins are two overachieving teams. Let's just call it what it is. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, but
Absolutely.
really those
Right
two
on.
teams.
Next.
Yeah, they're two overachieving teams. I think it's an accomplishment that they both made the playoffs, and they're both 6 seeds, if I'm correct. So, and even with all that, I still would say Seattle should blow Detroit out.
I agree.
But I think it's a touchdown or less.
Very true.
Because I just think Seattle plays to the level of its competition.
Yep.
And that's just the way that, that's unfortunate. Seattle should be a team that should be challenging Dallas and possibly Atlanta for the NFC supremacy, but they're not. They're just not. They're an enigma, man. We don't know. Is it Marshawn Lynch being gone, or what is it that has caused them to be just so up and down all year?
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Marshawn Lynch was gone.
Okay. First off, with the Miami-Pittsburgh game, congratulations to the Miami Dolphins making the playoffs since 2008, Will, because I know you're a big Miami fan. Ben is going to call me out on Twitter for picking the Miami Dolphins to win over the Pittsburgh Steelers because Miami did win against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 6, although Ben Roethlisberger was only gone for a series in that game, and Miami still won that game. Jay Ajayi ran all over their defense. I made a bold prediction in Miami going on to the divisionals. Will, do you agree?
No.
Whoa.
And I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, so that means I'm about to get ready to make an ass of myself now.
Yeah, you're on that limb by yourself because here's the reasons the Dolphins are going to struggle in this ball game. One, Jay Ajayi, he did run for 2 bills against Pittsburgh, but he was healthy and he was trying to prove a point because he wasn't a starting running back at the beginning of the year. It was Arian Foster. So he wanted to prove to Adam Gase that he was quality enough of a running back to be a starter. So he had something to prove. I'm not saying he doesn't have anything to prove now, but he's banged up with a sore shoulder. But the Pittsburgh Steelers have something to prove to say that was a fluke. And the Dolphins secondary is their starting secondary from the beginning of the season is not there. And if you take a converted wide receiver in college playing cornerback and a rookie in Xavier Howard against probably arguably the best wide receiver in football, it could be a long day. And if Big Ben is healthy, it could be a very long day with Le'Veon Bell. So, and the game's in Pittsburgh. The Dolphins are really struggling on defense because of the injuries. It could get ugly. It could get ugly.
For some odd reason, I just see Miami trying to make a point just simply because they are the underdogs, and I think they are tired of being the underdogs in the NFL, considering that they are about to go to play one of the tougher offensive and defensive in the NFL. I look at Pittsburgh when Denver defeated them with Tim Tebow in 2011. I'm looking at Pittsburgh the same way. I'm looking at them the same way. They're going to go into this matchup thinking it's going to be easy just because it's a playoff game, and that's it. I believe Miami's going to be more focused, but I think if they do make it to the divisionals, that's where they're going to stop at. But I believe in a bold prediction that Miami is going to make it to the divisionals. Not by much.
I hope you're right. I mean, because as a Dolphins fan, I really do hope you're right. I just don't. Whew, that's gonna
You
be a
just
tough
don't want
one.
to put. I get it, because I always say about the Colts when I see them in the playoff, I don't think they're gonna make it. Although I want to see them make it, they ain't gonna make it. But yeah, I got you. Last game, Giants Packers. Who do you have?
Another good game.
Ooh, that's the best game of the weekend.
That's what Ben said. This is the best game of the week. They should have put this on prime time instead of 4:40 on Fox.
Yeah, you know how the NFL's not that bright. Their front office isn't that sharp.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
The Packers played great ball to end the season. I mean, closed out with the 6 straight wins. They finished 10-6. But the Giants, man, have just been playing unbelievable defense without JPP.
Yes.
This is a tough one to call. The one game they did lose, it was because of Eli Manning, and he stunk up the joint in Philly. It wasn't because of their defense. It was because of him.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
I'm going to have to go with the Packers at home. I think 3 of the 4 home teams will cover. And the only reason
by yourself
why
again, Pepe. You're by yourself.
Yeah.
Since y'all put me by myself in Miami, you are by yourself with Green Bay.
Oh my gosh, whatever. I'm so over, man.
You got faith in Eli.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think the Giants defense has really stepped up their A game. Even though they have some inconsistencies, I still believe that they can actually step up when they need to. And they have actually came into Lambeau Field and have won on numerous occasions in the playoffs. Not by much, but I still think this is another repeated process.
So you
I think the
the
Giants
same
will
thing like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You think it's
repeated process.
Yeah.
I think it's a repeated process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just. I mean, I can't knock you for your opinion on that one, but I just think it's a tough one. But there's some very good matchups in that game. There's some very good matchups.
Yeah, it's gonna be evenly matched pretty much to me. Will,
so you can't really go wrong on either one. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Right. Good.
No, I was saying you can't go wrong with either one of those teams.
Well,
I mean, that's how tough that is.
Like a right decision. Real quick, who do you have as a bold prediction for the Super Bowl?
Oof. I like Kansas City, man. I like Kansas City. I like Kansas City.
I can give you a high five, man. I wish I could give you a high
five. I like Kansas City. I think they got the formula to beat New England.
Me too.
And
me too.
I think Atlanta. Because Dallas isn't that good on defense. I think it's going to be Kansas City and Atlanta.
Ooh, that's
very I think Kansas City and Atlanta. I don't think neither one of them. I don't think either of the 1 seeds get there. I think because Dallas is flawed.
Yeah.
So is New England is definitely flawed, but New England's got the home game at Foxborough. I mean, we can't knock that, but I think Kansas City goes up there and win. I like Tyreek Hill.
Me too.
He's electric. He is electric. Alex Smith.
All right.
Another dance bros, y'all. Y'all agree?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, and Kansas City's going to shorten the game. They're not going to let New England, just maul them and keep the ball from them, and just do what New England does. Kansas City's going to shorten the game. It's going to be limited possessions, and I think Kansas City gets them. And we're talking one game. This isn't the NBA or this isn't Major League Baseball or the NHL. We're talking one game, and for one game, I think Kansas City can show up and beat New England in New England.
Me too. And I wanted them to win. I ended up picking New England, but I'm like Kansas City. We done forgot about Kansas City, except you. We done forgot about Kansas City because they started out slow, but they came in quickly. They came in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really hoping that Kansas City show up and they win and they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think Kansas City and Atlanta. What you guys think about Monday night national championship game?
Who?
The national championship game on Monday night. What do you guys think?
Who's playing?
We got Clemson and Alabama in a rematch from last season.
Oh,
Alabama, straight up. I ain't even argue that. Alabama. Oh yeah, Alabama. No, I ain't gonna argue that. Nope, Alabama.
I disagree with both of you. I'm going with Clemson.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I was going to say Clemson because I believe that Clemson is going to win.
Bama. Bama. They too good. They too good for this.
revenge is a dish best served cold.
That is why I said Clemson, because I believe they are
They
going to
gonna
come
have
in
to-
and get their
I'm
revenge.
sorry. They gonna have to break that code because it ain't gonna be easy for Clemson. No way. No way. Bama.
Okay.
This is like another Alabama and Auburn game, okay? Bama.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. The two games that Alabama struggled in, the game against Ole Miss and the game against LSU. Both of those teams lack something that Clemson has, a quality quarterback. That's the thing. Clemson has a quality quarterback, and I think Deshaun Watson playing against these guys last year really came down to one possession. Alabama really basically got the ball last. That's what prevailed them to the national championship. I think Deshaun Watson, Clemson knows that they can play with Alabama, and that's half of the battle right there, knowing you can play with them. The last three teams they played just didn't believe they can win. Auburn didn't believe it. Florida definitely didn't believe it. And Washington was just happy to be there. They was happy they scored the first touchdown. They heard they were going to get blowed out.
That's true.
So
There's the national championship game on Monday. We want to thank you for the time. We have to start kind of shifting the gears and getting ready for work to get ready to get up out of here. Host of the Will Walker Show, Will Walker. Will, thank you for joining us, man. I know you have a lot on your hands. Thank you for joining us, man.
not a problem, man, guys. Thanks for having me. And you guys will come on the show, man. And when we get time, we'll do it again.
We got
Absolutely.
you, man.
You got it, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, man.
All right.
I didn't say it when I came on. Happy New Year, guys. And I'll talk to you later.
Likewise.
All right, now.
All right, now.
Bye.
This is Double Take Sports Talk with the Watts Brothers. I'm Daryl Watts, of course. If you enjoyed the podcast or would like to see more, check out our videos on YouTube. And while you're there, subscribe, like, and share our videos. We don't mind. We're also on the social media side where you can catch up on the latest news and developing stories and different stat information. Follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. You can follow me, Daryl, at Love University. And you can also follow Darren at Darren Watch 14. We're on Facebook and also Double Take Sports Talk page at the Watch Brothers. Darren's, of course, is Darren Watts, and myself, Daryl Watts II. We got a blog feature critical thinking of analysis, so you can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. We would like to also thank our guests, Will Walker and Ben Sudderth III. You can follow Ben on Twitter at BS3Sports and Will Walker at WWS_sports show. And Will Walker's also on Facebook, Will Walker Show.
All right, Daryl. Final thoughts? Anything you'd like to say?
I think I pretty much said everything during that podcast, so I'm good.
All right. Again, we thank Will Walker and Ben Sudderth III for coming on and taking a few minutes out of their busy schedule to join us for a few minutes to discuss playoff weekend and the national championship game on Monday with Will Walker. Thank you, gentlemen, again. Double Take Sports Talk here. Darren Watts. Daryl Watts opposite side of me.
Yep.
Catch our episodes, Double Take Sports Talk, of course, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Until then, ciao.
Ciao.